there was someone walking outside the window, and I could only see like the top half of them past the cars and the shrubs, and it just looked like they were so evenly floating, like they were on a scooter rather than walking. It was just like they had such an evenly perfect, like, I guess, pace, or perfectly flat-footed. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Welcome back, everyone. Hope that you're having a lovely one out there today. We are listening to some Humble Pie. We're listening to Humble Pie. We're going to listen to the track Rolling Stone, or Rollin Stone, I should say. This is going to be off of their live album performance, Rockin' the Fillmore, released 1971. We're listening to this track because it was recommended and suggested and supported by Bill. So, Bill, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. I really appreciate that. We've listened to a little Humble Pie here on the channel, just a little bit. But I do remember, and I see that reaction originally was blocked. So there's a chance that this one will be blocked as well. But of course, this will be available for free on Patreon if that happens to be the case. But we'll try it nonetheless. I always try uploading it just to see, but you never know. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive on in. Rolling Stone. Spotify has misspelled this somehow. I don't know how they misspelled it. You'll see when it pops up. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. The spelling's a little off.
This is a number from our album.
Someone's
Rockin.
ready.
Hope you're going to do that with this one. It's mine more of a roll on and all. You know what I mean? Roll on. Goes like this, man.
I love when the audience is just calling out. They know what's coming. They know what's coming. Giving it all to you just yet. I like how this blues riff is so kind of like stop-start. Right? Oh, that's cool. He's really warbling that thing. It's like heavy, but pulled back immediately. Right? Oh, is that a shot?
But I can't have none. You know I had some, but I lost it. Yeah. Now I'm going to get me some more.
A little bit more of that. They are slow brewing this through. When that guitar comes in, it's like lightning striking. pulled it right back. See? They pulled it right back. They're playing in this.
Now come part two. I had a fat-legged woman when I was 18 years old.
Sing it.
Now I was all strung out. I was. I bought her a ring, 'cause your mother said, "Hey, baby, it ain't decent what you're doing, carrying on with my daughter, and not even saying anything to her that might mean security."
Mama came after you.
So I bought the chick a ring. It's the best thing I could do. Didn't mean to me, but it's all meant a lot to her.
Why was it beeped out?
Oh, yes.
What did he say that was beeped out?
Anyway.
The audience is just going.
Her mother now says you're cool. Just 'cause you bought her a ring. You're my fool. You're my fool. You're my fool. Oh, my fool. Now dig this. I think the mother had designs on me. Oh yeah.
The mother had designs on me.
Knocked out, and I was there to stay in her head. Now dig it. She took me in another room.
Uh-oh.
She sat me in the corner.
Uh-oh. I love how the audience is so
Said to
involved.
me, 63, baby. Baby! I say, baby! I'm so glad. Oh, so glad you're with my daughter. You can do anything you want. Don't forget me. And then she said, she ain't had none for a long time. You know. Yeah, well, you gonna know. What am I living for?
And so it begins. That's hilarious. Nobody else will do. It's those quiet little
So I
moans of the
figured to
guitar.
myself,
Quiet little moans.
I have to leave this scene. So I ain't my size 5 boot.
going.
I don't want no one to tell me where to go.
It's like he's at a moment of about to lose his voice.
Tell me when to come in, when to come out, when to do the things I want to do by myself in private, yeah. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody.
Nobody.
This is what this song is all about.
Did someone drop a glass?
When you're in a corner and you want to get out, you may know what I mean. And I know you ladies do too. Yeah, yeah. You join a band. Why not? Then you're gonna travel all over the land. No one place gonna tie you down for too long.
You're a Rolling Stone. Keep moving.
Yeah. I wanna ask you a question. Are you a Rolling Stone?
Audience agrees.
Is it in your mind to be a Rolling Stone? A Rolling Stone, a Rolling Stone, a Rolling Stone, Rolling
Just
Stone.
hammering it in.
Rolling Stone. All right. Now, if you want, you can sing it with me.
There's, as if the crowd wasn't participating enough already.
Are you ready? I'll show you where. I'm gonna sing your
Here we
line.
go.
I say, close armor. You say, Rolling Stone.
Oh,
That's right.
here he goes.
Close armor. Rolling Stone.
Bring him in. I love the audience participation in this whole track.
I know you feel like a. Oh yeah.
Not as much that time.
Sound good. Sure sound good. If you wanna sing it, come on and sing it. Yeah,
I wonder how many people were in attendance here. You had to sing it with your chest out. They're pretty on key.
Yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo. Cause I'm
He came in out of there.
a Rolling Stone. I'm a Rolling.
It's like now you're at this point finally getting like a solo, like a real one. That's tasty. There's the waves. There's the. This is finally the release after all of that build-up. So much. A change at this point. We have 3 minutes left. The ramble. Oh yeah, now we're just going. This is the final hurdle. pretty much getting a different song here in the final few minutes. The typical ending, but they're drawing it out. There you go. This whole workout. The audience was so into it. I love that. And off stage they went. Even though there's two more tracks on the album I see, but those may have been from different shows as well. What a fun blues live jam that was. So when listening to like a live album, a live performance like this, I love when you can actually hear the audience involved, right? Like, yeah, there's a few moments typically in live albums that you hear them chanting, singing, clapping, that kind of thing. But like in here, it sounds like they are involved. I don't know how many drinks deep or late into the night this particular performance was had, but it sounds like they are like, not a rowdy crowd, but like they are vocal. That's the best way to describe it. They are a vocal audience. And honestly, the band is very much feeding off of that energy. You hear them chatting back and forth, even before the song begins. You hear them just kind of conversing. Later on, the audience participation pulls them even more involved as they, of course, give them the lines to sing. Rollin' Stone. And I like how you can really get that live feel of how strong the audience is involved. And then, there's that moment when you, sing the line 3 or 4 times and you're like, are we still supposed to sing the line? And then it gets a little weaker. Rolling Stone. And then they're like, come on, do it again. And you get back in there. Okay. That's fantastic. I love that live elements when it's so heavily involved in the music. And the music is fantastic. So you have Peter Frampton here, Steve Marriott, Greg Ridley, Jerry Shirley. On this track, I apologize. I couldn't tell you who's singing because I'm not overly familiar with Frampton to tell you it's him. I would venture to say it's more Steve Marriott because I really could be completely wrong. The very little bit I know of Frampton Peter, it didn't sound exactly like him, but I genuinely could be completely off. And you might type a comment, JP, you're stupid. It's clearly Frampton. I've only heard a song or two by him, so I don't know. But either way, I love the vocals. I love how subtly back and forth the music is as well. In the beginning, it almost sets up yes, in a blues way, but this is very expansive upon the actual structure and the things that I think of blues as. You know, in a few videos recently, I've mentioned blues is a very, I guess in my limited mind and my limited scope, a very rigid kind of genre, I suppose, or a way that you have to approach it. Honestly, this kind of took that and blew my capacity out the window, because of how it was approached, because of how it was dissected. The power, the subtleties, that opening section is brilliant in how that's performed. With these big, like I mentioned, lightning crashes of guitar chords, but then immediately pulled back into just very, very quiet. The drums barely playing in the back there from Shirley. And then, but those loud moments are loud, but the quiet moments are palpable. And throughout this whole track, the energy in the air was palpable. You could hear the band bringing this energy down only to build it right back up into those big explosions, which after the audience participation part of Rolling Stone, after that part, that was the buildup. That was that final buildup to that final release. And from there was just one last lap around the racetrack before you hit what sounded like a completely different song that they went into for the last 2 minutes or so before kind of giving us that classic ending on the chords. da 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 da, and they stretched it out once with like some more riffs in there, and then they brought it back to finality really quick. And I really like that guitar solo in there. You're gonna have Marriott and Frampton both handling guitars, and there were two notable guitar solos at the end, so I would imagine that they're probably, one of them took one solo and the other one did the other. I can't say for sure, but that's just how I'm imagining. And once again, the storytelling in the blues as a genre itself, but in this song nonetheless, it's funny. It allows for a lot of conversation and back and forth between the audience and the band and the singer up there, and especially with the story as well bluesy as this one. Now, I couldn't find the lyrics anywhere like online in my usual places, so I actually had to pull up a YouTube video where they did have the lyrics here. So that's what I have pulled up in case you're wondering. So, all right, here we go. I'd like to sing to you a song in two parts. The first part go like this. Say, I wish I was rambling. Oh, ramble as far as you could see, baby. I'd have you rock and roll women. You sure look good to me. You sure look good to me. But I can't have none. You know I had some, but I lost it. Now, why don't you get me some more? Because I'm a Rolling Stone. All right, so there's the first part. Now here come part two. Here it is. Hell yeah. Woo, baby. I had a back-legged woman when I was 18 years old. Now I was all strung out. I bought her a ring. Yeah, because her mother said, hey, baby, it ain't decent what you're doing carrying on with my daughter. I had a back-legged woman. No idea what that means.
My.
I bought her a ring. Okay, it ain't decent what you're doing, Karen. And not even saying anything to her that might mean security. So I bought the chick a ring. Was the best thing I could do. Didn't mean a blank to me. I think it's so funny how they bleep that out in the track. But it sure meant a lot to her. All right. Well, my mother now says you're cool. Well, just because you bought her a ring. You're my fool. Now dig this. Here's where the story begins to change. I think the mother had designs on me. The crowd starts to really woo, like whoop and holler during this section. Because she was soon uptown and I was there to stay in her head. She took me into another room. She sat me in the corner. She said to me, 63, maybe 70. Baby, I said, baby, I'm so glad you're with my daughter. You can do anything you want with her, but don't forget me. That line right there, the crowd really starts acting up. And then she said she ain't had none for a long time, Well, you gotta know.
Oh my. Oh my.
What am I living for if not for you? What am I living for if not for you? So I figured to myself, I have to leave this scene. So I aimed my size 5 boot out the door and drove on. I gotta travel on. I'm in a band. I don't want none of your housewife loving. Look at him moving. Look at him doing the right thing. I don't want no one to tell me where to go, what time I should be home. Tell me when to come in. Tell me when to come out. When to do things myself in private. Listen, he is truly living the lifestyle as a Rolling Stone, and he does not want to be locked down. And he says here, this is what this song is about. When you're in a corner and you want to get out. You may know what I mean. I know you ladies do too. You join a band, huh? Why not? Then you're going to travel all over the land. No one place going to tie you down for long. I want to ask you a question. Are you a Rolling Stone? I really love how that is brought into the fold at the end. Obviously, we all know what the title of this song means, but the way that it's brought together in the end is a really nice summation here. And of course, now if you want, you can sing it with me. Why not? Because it'll be all right. Are you ready? Here we go. And that's when the audience begins to sing, because I'm a Rolling Stone, which is so catchy, that chant. Oh yeah, I'm a Rolling Stone. This was really good. I'm curious to see one of the baddest jams ever. Peter Frampton, Steve Marriott, and all their glory. It's a long tune, but I don't mind listening to the whole thing over and over. Wish there was a video. Great band. After listening to the complete recordings version, I realized a few naughty lines were edited out of this version. That's really good. That was a really, really enjoyable listen. That was fun, especially, like I said, the audience. They're getting rowdy. But the singing, everything was fantastic. That was great. Bill, thank you so much for the recommendation and for the support on the channel. Genuinely appreciate that. I would love to know what everyone thinks of this track, what everyone thought of the performance in the comments down below. Thank you as always for being here. Hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And sometimes you got to keep it moving. That's for sure. That is for sure. Sometimes you just need to move on. Because she might say,
Oh my.
that you're thinking.
No thanks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no thanks.